YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy S14, Stephon the Don. Man, I don't know. I'm really tired. You can tell in my face, but the grind don't stop. You know what I'm saying? I put in that work. I put in that consistency. You feel what I'm saying? No matter what. I'm on my way, headed to gym/work. I'm gonna do just like cardio or just like legs or something. But I was like, yo, let me do this right now. Let me do this right now, you know what I'm saying? Before I say, no, I ain't going to the gym today. Like that. That's what lazy people do. Oh, I don't have to do it like this. And that person got a Porsche. Man, that's nice. Anyway. Actually, too, let me speak on this right now, man. I think I've tabbed it a little bit, you know, but, you know. Man, when me and this photographer had this conversation, and we were, you know, chopping it up about, you know, how to turn what you do into money, and, you know, we were just chopping it up because he was telling me that, you know, people, well, he's a really good guy because, you know, at first he'll do like trade for shoot, you know, just to show you what he does. But, you know, after that, you know, we all got to eat. We all got to put money in our food. Like, we cannot, like, one thing about when you living out here or you starting a business where you charging people for your services, you got to charge, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot be in your 30s having a mindset, oh yeah, we doing this for fun. You know what I mean? I love what I do. I love the art. Yeah. You could do that if you have money on the back burner. Like, I'm talking about millions, like hundreds of millions. But you know, you gotta charge if you're not that. If you an entrepreneurial guy, you gotta charge, man. And then, you know, as we were going into it, because he was telling me certain people, they just like do it once and then they like either fade away or they come back like, you know, months later. But what I was saying, oh yeah, and then he was talking about with friends too. He got into that subject, and I was like, yo, I learned that at an early age. Don't go into business with friends that don't understand business. Like, what I'm saying is, you and your homie, you can be friends for like, what, 2, 3 years, 5 years, you know, 10 plus years. Be like, oh, let's do this together. And then it's like, this person makes this much, but they feel entitled because they part of it. No, or like anything like that. Or, you know, you doing something and your friend needs help and he's like, oh, yo, you got me, right? Like, no, it don't work like that. It don't work. Or even like Too Hype. We saw it right before our eyes. We saw what happens in success. Like, you know what I'm saying? We saw what happened. And you know my video, if you got a chance to ever watch it, you know, it just shows right there, like, your best friend could be somebody you hate for like 10 years. And then even if y'all had to talk, oh yeah, we doing this, yeah, we understand this. Don't matter, dog. Success changes, man. And it's up to you whether it's your DNA to do things the right way or humble yourself or whatever. Like I told my homie Benson, I was like, bro, we good friends, but man, why am I driving? Why does it feel like I'm driving so fast? I was like I said, like, we good friends, but I cannot go into business with you because it's like, he's a good dude. I just see certain flaws, and it's like, I don't want that to affect. That's why, like, I don't really hang around him as much. Not like I don't like the dude, it's just I gotta do my own thing. You doing your own thing too, and you know, it it is what it is. Like, you know, we can always help each other here and there, but not all the time, bro. Just don't work that way. Slow down, some G. And you know, me and the photographer, shout out to KD Digital, we were talking about that. And I was telling him, bro, you cannot do it. Like, it hurts you later on in life. It just does. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be direct when you doing something. I don't care if it's a girl best friend that's a chick and she look good and she like, oh, but what about our friend? Nah, slow down, some G. Slow down, some G. I don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be direct, especially too when you don't want to work corporate no more. Not like this, G. Not like this. Couldn't do it. Or, you know, your homie, like I said, for like 10 plus years or whatever. I tell my friends. Actually, I had a story. And I learned this from, you know, actually, this was Call of Duty game battles. You know, my bro, Dre, he had a cousin named Josh. And, you know, they were playing Call of Duty, but I was like really just... I don't know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I was just really just surpassing. Actually, it was a certain point, I was like really better in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the very first one, than actually Halo 3 at the time. But I loved Halo so much, but I was just like, man, I'm really skilled in COD more, you know. And I had a Game Battles account. This is, for all you kids don't know who a Game Battles is, you know, Game Battles is an online, you know, competitive website where you can challenge teams. You know, tournaments is always there. I don't know why they're not like higher up now. I don't get that, but like this is before Twitch, and you know, I was you know, just shopping around. Like I was like, I do really well, you know, on competitive side on Call of Duty, and I was like, let me shop around for teams, but as I was like shopping around for teams, you know, I always played with Dre because even the Call of Duty beta was out. You know, he seen my skill play. Even back then, what he saw was like level 5 of like my overall skill. But when I got the game, my shit went up, bro. My shit went up. So he knew I was playing. He knew how the type of play style I had and everything. Come on, Mr. Trucker guy, man. He saw my style, but he was like, "Yo, me and Josh got a team too." He was like, it was LTD. That's what it was, right? Yeah, LTD. And they was like, "Yo, come play with us," but right off the bat, and this was when I was young. I was a young boy. You know what I'm saying? I was, Halo 3 was out. I wasn't really doing as hot as I was overall, but I knew how they were. Like, they were the type of dudes that play video games. Go ahead, Mr. G. They were the type of dudes that play video games, but they got the girls, so it was like, but what about the play style? You know what I'm saying? But also too, they were okay, but they wasn't that great. But at the same time, you know, I just felt like at the time they wasn't as focused, and like right then and there, I was just like, no. And they were actually mad, calling me a fuckboy. You know, well, they were calling me a lame. They called me a cornball because I didn't want to team up with them. It was like, yo, I don't want to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I felt like that. And I was a dude, I played video games a lot. Like, bro, I would cut like classes to, you know, go over my homie's house and play Halo 2 on a T1 connection. Back then, T1 connections were like ish. Like, you had like the ultimate power connection. But I was like, nah, I can't team with you guys, man, because y'all get girls, but y'all put in hours, but when women come around, y'all be like, oh, I don't play video games. At that time, they were young. We were all youngins, like, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, nah. And from then on, even, I just knew, like, you know, don't go into, you know, business or like, you know, competition with friends. It just doesn't work for you that way. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. And I learned that as a young man. They were mad. They would call me a lame, a cornball, and all that other shit. But I was like, it was my best decision not to waste my time. And honestly, I benefit from that because, long story short, I teamed up with a Game Battles team. You know, we wasn't really good friends. We were really getting to know each other, but we were all on a high skilled level, on a Game Battles competitive level. And, you know, in the leaderboards during that time, we were, you know, top 5. You know, we won a lot of matches, but, you know, it kind of died out quick. But me saying no to my friends was good because they were mad for like a couple of days, maybe 2 months or so, but they got over it. But it would piss me off because I'd be putting in the work, but, you know, they wouldn't do as well, and then I would probably be mad, and we would beef with each other later on. So, and that's just on the gaming side. But, you know, overall, what I'm trying to say is, you know, it's better to just like separate. Or if you like, okay, for example, like Benson, me and him do YouTube. I don't know what the hell he doing. Me and him do YouTube, but he doesn't post consistently as much. He wanted to do a team thing, and I was like, no, because that right there, me relying on someone would hurt me. And I don't like to do that, you know what I'm saying? It's good to have a team, but you'd be relying on someone else to edit the videos. And you know, Benson is very younger than I am, but, you know, when his focus isn't there, it's like, it's just like what it is. And I don't want to get annoyed because, like I said earlier in this video, we're really good friends, and I don't want to mess up a friendship like that. That's just me. I advise dudes to even not get in business with your significant other. You got a girlfriend who does that, then, oh, go right ahead. Honestly, I wouldn't date a chick if she's like trying to get into the business industry or she's an entrepreneur. That's fine that she does that, but let's separate, you know, the love life and the business, because, you know, the type of guys, like, if you guys know business or you've seen it on TV, man, you got these beautiful women who really do these clothing line companies, but these guys who have the capital to market, man, they thinking with they dig a stick. They can be like, well, I got this. You gonna sleep with me for this money? And, you know, a lot of times girls say, oh, no, I don't do that. Yes, they do. We just don't know. I'm not being judgmental. Not all women do that, but there is a possibility. Like, if he puts that charm on her, like he puts that seductive in a cool way, and, you know, she finds him somewhat attractive, she will sleep with that dude, whether you're in a relationship or not. So, you know, I mean, let's say that for another video, but I myself would not ever want to go into business with friends. That's why, like, if I have the money, I'm paying for my own photo shoot. If it's too much, I would say, you know what, maybe some other time, but as of right now, not unless they can bring a price down for me a little bit. But other than that, I'm paying automatically. Or if I have like a personal photographer who's willing to help me out, all means, like, let's work with each other. Like, my first photographer, his name is Matt, he doesn't ever charge me. And I always give him a shout out on my Instagram, you know what I'm saying? I'm always showing love, because it's like he does it for free. He doesn't have to. I'm driving all the way to I'm driving all the way to LA for this, and I'm like, you're not charging me? Man, thank you. Like, I'm truly blessed to have someone like that. But other than that, always paying. Always paying, man. And that's the end of the video. Let me get to here. I didn't expect for it to be this long, but I just want to put my 2 cents out there.